Okay, so today we're taking a deep dive into something kind of different.
Oh.
Yeah. So, get this. Our source material is actually a plan
Yeah,
for a nature-themed podcast.
Okay, so
We get to peek behind the scenes, see how someone else thought about putting this whole thing together.
Right, I like that. That is a unique angle.
Right. So,
What's the first thing on the agenda?
so right off the bat, they jump into the science.
The science.
Yeah, all about like the actual benefits of being out in nature.
Okay, yeah, I mean there's tons of research on that.
And it's like they want to open the podcast strong, like
Yeah.
bam, here's the proof.
Right. So, do they mention any specific studies?
They do actually. So there's a study from Japan.
Oh, yeah.
It found that taking a 20-minute walk in the forest,
Oh, cool. I could use that.
right, could reduce stress hormone levels by like 15%.
Wow, 15%.
Yeah,
That's pretty significant, isn't it?
it is. It makes you think twice about blowing off that walk,
Yeah, totally. I've got to try that.
So I thought this was interesting. The
Yeah.
source mentions, like anecdotally,
Uh-huh.
someone having this big, like personal breakthrough
Oh, wow.
during a hike.
Okay. So like a real...
Yeah. And it made me think, like, have you ever had a moment like that in nature
Yeah.
where something just clicks?
Oh, absolutely. I was going through like a major creative block
Yeah.
a while ago, and I went on this camping trip just for the weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and it like totally cleared my head,
Wow. It's amazing what getting out of your usual environment can do, huh?
It is. Seriously, it's like hitting the reset button almost.
Okay, so then the document shifts gears.
Okay.
It goes into all these stories about wildlife.
Wildlife. Okay.
Like they suggest talking about monarch butterflies.
Oh, cool.
Right, how they navigate like thousands of miles.
Yeah, to a place they've never been before, right?
Exactly. And also salmon swimming upstream.
Yeah.
Against the current.
It's incredible.
Those are classic examples. And I love how they want to weave these stories in, What do you think about that?
I think it's brilliant because, it's not just about cool animal facts.
Yeah.
It's about the metaphors.
The metaphors.
Right. Like, if a tiny butterfly can fly across a continent,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
we can handle that project deadline, right?
I like that. That is a good metaphor.
Nature's full of these stories of resilience, We just have to look for them.
It's true. Nature's like this giant library of motivational stories just waiting for us.
Exactly.
So moving on, they also talk about all the artists and thinkers who were inspired by nature.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And they suggest like actually incorporating quotes.
From these artists.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
there's one that comes to mind.
Yeah.
In all things of nature, there is something of the marvelous. I can't remember who said it though.
It's true, though, isn't it? It really captures that sense of awe.
It does.
And I think that's why the source emphasizes things like journaling or photography.
While you're out in nature.
Yeah, it's about engaging with nature in a way that sparks your own creativity.
Right, not just passively looking at it.
Exactly.
And hold on, there's more. They're not done.
Oh, what else?
They talk about the importance of community,
Okay.
like being part of a community that cares for nature.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, they suggest things like tree planting
Yeah.
or beach cleanups.
Great examples.
Right.
It's about, taking action, not just appreciating nature.
Yeah,
We're actually doing something to help it.
right. And plus, there's that feeling of working together,
Exactly. Community. There's like this group, I can't remember exactly where,
Yeah.
but they restored this park that was totally neglected.
Wow.
It was amazing. It not only like revitalized the space, it brought the whole neighborhood together.
That is so cool.
Right?
It's amazing how these little things can have such a big impact.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so then they kind of switch gears.
Oh,
Toward the end,
yeah.
they start talking about mindfulness in nature.
Mindfulness. Okay.
Yeah. Felt like a bit of a jump, honestly, but what do you think about that?
I think it's about bringing awareness to the present moment.
Present moment. Okay.
Yeah, like close your eyes for a sec.
Okay.
Imagine yourself in this peaceful forest.
Okay. I'm there.
The scent of pine needles, the sunlight through the leaves, the sounds of birds singing.
I can practically hear it.
Right. It's about immersing yourself in those sensations. Even 5 minutes.
Wow. That is powerful. I could use that right about now.
Right. It can be so grounding.
So we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
What do you think is like the core message, the big takeaway?
I think it's about recognizing the power of nature.
In all its forms.
Yeah, like whether we're stressed and need to unwind, or we're looking for inspiration,
Yeah.
or we just want to feel connected to something bigger than ourselves.
Nature has it all, doesn't it?
It really does.
So as we wrap up, I'm wondering how our listeners can take these lessons from nature and apply them to their own lives.
That's a great question to ponder, isn't it?
It is.
I would say start by just noticing. Like, really pay attention to the natural world around you.
Even just like a walk around the block.
Exactly. You might be surprised by what you discover.
I love that.
And who knows, maybe you'll have your own breakthrough moment out there.
You never know. Well, that was a fascinating dive, wasn't it?
It was. I feel inspired.
Me too. Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
And to all our listeners, get out there and connect with nature. You won't regret it. Until next time.